The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Actually, the facts are these. There are more children, about 600-700 more children, unaccompanied children, coming over the border. This is a humanitarian challenge to all of us. What the administration has inherited is a broken system at the border, and they are working to correct that.
Oh, they're working to correct it. Now, the reason why I play that, because I don't want to get into politics, you hear enough of that. My job here is to make sure you protect your money and you make money. That's such a bold-faced lie, it's unbelievable. Anybody with any common sense knows that. I don't care if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're independent. If you're a good person, you're a good-minded person, you know that's a bold-faced lie. When they brought back the catch and release, it's over. The numbers show it. But notice how she uses the children. Everything was fine until they took everything that the Trump administration did and throw it out. But they used the children. Now, why am I bringing that up? Because I'm not into the politics of it. Because they do the same exact thing in the stock market. These fake business news networks lie to you in the same manner. They tell you what you think you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. Inflation. Do you notice how they're not talking about inflation? They talk about inflation like you talk about peanut butter. Every once in a while. Hey, think of a peanut butter sandwich. They talk about inflation. Inflation is brutal. It kills people with fixed income. Stop listening to him. Remember Larry Kudlow lied to us? And he was saying how wages were going up, best in 20 years. We never saw wages like this. Wow, Trump administration brought those wages. What he didn't identify was wages went up to the lowest rail. In other words, the lowest level. They went up, and thank God they did, to folks near poverty. No question. But that's not where you grow a country. You can't grow an economy. They don't provide jobs. You have to grow businesses. You have to grow small businesses, new businesses, called startup businesses. That's how our nation grows. Our nation always grown from startup businesses. And that comes from the middle class. That's not raising someone who's making, let's say, $12 an hour. You give him a 5-cent raise. That does not. He uses that money to pay back his bills, his back bills. That's what he does. He's trying to get caught up. It's unbelievable. Inflation can be a disaster. They don't want to talk about it. They'll never level with you. Because why? Because of stock ownership. Because only 10% of the population, they claw back 80% of all these stock gains. See, they don't care about inflation. They don't. What do they care about inflation? Because their income comes from stocks, and the inflation in stocks are tremendous. Look at Tesla. P/E ratio, 140%. Look at the S&P, 40%. 10 years, you average it out, used to be about 15. What are you, nuts? 10% of our population get 80% of all stock gains. Next, about 10% gets 9.3%. The bottom 80%, they gain maybe 6.7%. No, remember when Kudlow lied to us saying the market rallied, lifted all boats? Well, in reality, 45 to 60% of all those boats sunk. Inflation decreases purchasing power like never before. It kills you because you have no wage increases. You have no wage increases. Now, for the guys in the stock market, it doesn't matter because they're making so much money in the market, they could care less where the inflation is or the power of their dollar, their purchasing power. They could care less. They don't care the dollar, the purchasing power, the dollar is undermines the inflation undermines, the value of your money. Your standard of living. Their standard of living doesn't go down, top 10%. That's why they're so happy. They're so happy. Remember, when your standard of living declines because of inflation, that goes hand in hand with your purchasing power. Your standard of living, you get screwed. In reality, majority of Americans hold little stock. Really. Even the 401ks. 50% of the people with 401ks don't even use them. Don't contribute to them. They can't afford to. Now let's take the recent $5 trillion in stimulus since 2020. And what they just did now, the 1.9 trillion, that's about $5 trillion, I guess. I think it's pretty close to that. That's going to devastate the economy. Devastate the economy, not the market. And if you have a house, if you have a home, you're going to be just fine. Because inflation will move housing prices up. You're going to be fine. So, when the Federal Reserve prints money, and this is what they're doing, they have no regard. When they print money, the Congress, they don't care. When they have no regard to the inflation rate, what do they care? And they do it just to benefit 10% of the population so they can grab 80% of the gains. They could care less. They don't care that your wages don't keep up. They don't care it destroys the dollar in your pocket, the buying power. If you go back and look at the 1920s, devastating. Look at 2000, Zimbabwe. Everybody used to laugh about Zimbabwe. That's what inflation does. When you're on a fixed wage, you're so screwed. You don't have another way to make money. You're screwed. Think they care? They don't care. They lie just like she does. The children. God. But she's powerful. She's a powerful woman. Look at the money she's giving California. Are you kidding me? San Francisco, where she lives, after spending $300 million annually last year to reduce homelessness. That's right, we gave them $300 million last year. And they're supposed to reduce homelessness. She gave them $300 million. And she's supposed to reduce the number of, giving that money to reduce the number of people who are sleeping in cars, RVs, and other vehicles. So population was supposed to contract. Those sleeping in vehicles supposed to contract. Guess what? After giving them $300 million, now we're going to give them another $600 million. They lost $300 million because the homeless population, instead of contracting, rose 20%. Those sleeping in vehicles, instead of contracting, rose 45%. Oh, but they're going to be rewarded. They're going to be embraced for bad management. She's sending them $600 million to take care of the $650 million they're in the red deficit. Wonder why she's so powerful? All due to mismanagement. She rewards them. But she's punishing Florida, my state. This is unbelievable. What are you, nuts? Now, they're not alone. Sanctuary states and cities like California, they're not alone. San Francisco, by no means. Okay, by no means. And this really hurts the stock market. And we're going to tie it back to the stock market. I mean, New Jersey, Missouri, Maryland, cities like Baltimore, Detroit, Newark, they're all going to be treated like San Francisco. And guess who's paying all that money? The good states who behaved, did what they're supposed to do. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call. 877-600-GANG.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
We know that you're going to have something probably in the order of 8 to 10% nominal GDP growth in the economy this year.
We're going to see a big boom at the end of the year, and that's going to mean potentially GDP growth of up to 7%.
We could grow this economy at 4 or 5%. I still think by the second half of this year, we can get back to a 3% growth zone.
Unbelievable. Here they start again. 8 to 10%.
We know.
7%. This is what they don't tell you. It doesn't matter. You got to look at the inflation as to GDP, as to growth. At 35% was a disaster. Going back 2008. We're at 107%. That's insane. 107%. Talk about insanity. I hope you went to my site over the weekend. I didn't do too much on the charting, but next week I'm going to do a lot on charting so you stop getting hurt. Every time they tell you buying a dip, buying a dip. You just don't buy on a dip. If you go to my YouTube channel, I posted it. I did my 10th edition Friday night. And I do it each Friday before I leave to identify those clues that we're finding why we're getting closer and closer to a crash. One of the clues is the inflation. The debt, tremendous debt we're pounding on here, putting on. And you got people, they're just jumping in and buying on dips. Take Apple. If you look at Apple, most people have no clue what they're doing. None. If you take a look at the high, was let's say around 143, pulled back. They tried to run it up back to that high of 143. They couldn't do it. It stopped around 137. Pulled back again. Went up. They tried to get to the 137 instead. It dropped around went to a high of 127. They pulled back. They tried it again and we're at 123. So just think of this. It was at 145, pulled back, rallied. Somebody bought it at 137. They're all upset. Now it went down. And he's screwed, so he's sitting there between 137 and then 130. That's called overhang. And he's saying, if I get half my money back, I'm out. Then it dropped. So let's say another guy came at 127. He thinks he's a genius. Then it dropped down to 117, and somebody else bought on the dip, and then now it's at 123. So all these people who thought they were geniuses buying in a dip, all of a sudden the guy who bought at 137, he's saying, if I get half my money back, I'm out of here. The guy bought at 127 saying the same thing. The guy at 123. So you go and you start buying at 123 in a downtrend. That's called the downtrend, okay? And what my chart has that no other charts have, they shouldn't because it's patent. If you go look at your chart, look at your candlesticks. They're always a mixture of green and red. What's that tell you? Nothing. My chart is different than anything on the market because it remains red, solid red, telling you the institutions that push the market up, there are many more sellers than buyers. And it also reflects in volume. But 99.99% of people who invest in stocks don't even look at volume. They don't even know what it is. Most people, 99% of the people in a stock, all they know is they look at the right-hand side of a chart where you got the numbers. And it says, they're thinking, I better buy at 120 before it gets to 123. I better buy at 123 before it gets to 127. I better buy at 127 before it gets, and so on. That's why they get hurt. Do you know Apple, you have a higher probability of getting to 200 from 145 than buying it today at 123. Because if you get above 145, you don't have that overhang. You don't have all those sellers. You got a tremendous amount of sellers between 145 down to 123. You got to chew up through. How are you going to get up through them? You need the institutions to be buying those stocks, to be buying Apple. But they're rotating out of those stocks. So you're saying here, you come in, you're brand new, you haven't been in the market in 13 years, all you hear is fake business news network, how great everything's going to be, GDP is going to be 10%, 7%, 5%, all this nonsense. All this nonsense. And you buy into it, and you come into the market, you know nothing. You know nothing. You shouldn't even be in the market. You don't know how to put a stop in. You don't know how to identify if money's going in or going out. You don't know when to get out. 85% of people lose money because they don't know when to get out. That's the truth. And only 10% of the people who make money a real living in the stock market. Just 10%. Isn't that ridiculous? It should be 90%. If you got out in time, if you knew how to get out, it would be up to 90%. Most people lose money because they don't know when to get out. They have no idea. They get all excited and get in when they hear all these dopes on CNBC and the rest of these Fox Business News work. And their job is to get you excited. That's their job. Now let's go and take a look at Tesla. Now, I told my members, that's a tough one to short. When I made that call on February 17th, we picked up about a 25% gain. Then we took our profits. We still have some shares, not a lot. But let's look at Tesla for a moment. Same thing. People are in there, and I told them the reason why that's a hard stock to short, because you're going to have everybody in the world. When that drops, everybody's going to be in there buying Tesla, thinking they're going to be all millionaires. They're all going to be millionaires buying Tesla. Tesla dropped about 28%. Now they're all going to be millionaires. Really? So I'm going to put up Tesla. It's amazing how people, they don't get it. They don't get it. And but I know why, because you got the Fake Business News Network. You got this. That's why I played this cut. When I was sick to my stomach when I heard this. Using the children. Anybody uses their children as an excuse for anything, I get sick. Okay? And when she says this here,
Actually, the facts are these. There are more children, about 700 more children, unaccompanied children, coming over the border. This is a humanitarian challenge.
What does she think? We believe this? That this whole thing's about children? They went down there, opened the border for children? The whole idea behind this was just to help children. That's right. They make you sick to your stomach. Wall Street does the same thing to you. They make me sick to my stomach for every day I've been doing this business. Been on this earth for 75 years, 51 years, listening to these people. What are you, nuts? When I get back, I'm going to show you Tesla. What do you do with your Tesla stock? Our gang is in this stock. I'll tell you when I get back. We're in this stock. And what do you do with Boeing? What do you do with Boeing today? We made tremendous amount of money on Boeing. What do you do? I'll tell you when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Now, every Friday, I do a segment. I post it around 6:30 at night. And we post it. It's a great segment. We did our number 10. It identifies for you why are we getting closer to a crash. Now, I think I'll be closer to anybody else identifying when the actual crash is going to happen. But as I told you, go back to 1987, everybody said when they came back from lunch, the market was down like 570 points. Oh, my God, the crash happened. I went to lunch, the crash happened. No, that's a bunch of BS. That didn't happen. The crash started in January. My father started short the market in January. So that's how it works. It takes a long time before a crash happens, especially now because you have the interference in the market. No longer do we have a market where there's price discovery, where you and I go in and bid against each other and we decide what I'm going to pay, you're going to pay. There's an interference. The stock market is totally financially engineered. But you can make more money in a crooked market than you ever could in a straight market. But you got to have the right technology to identify when these gangsters are getting out. Because if you can't identify when these gangsters are getting out, the biggest problem is when the Federal Reserve prints money, and they have no regard to inflation, which is a disaster, rising prices. When you have inflation, I mean, it impacts the cost of living on those who have such a just fixed income. They can't survive. It impacts the cost of doing business. Little small business, he gets impacted. He can't keep on. He can't take and keep increasing his prices. He doesn't keep increasing. I haven't increased my price here, Phil's Gang, since I started this. 21 years ago now. Never increased my price, not once. One of the main reasons we don't do it is so that people come in, join the gang, and hopefully when they start making money, they'll remember to take care of St. Jude, because this was why this whole program started, to help St. Jude. But inflation kills you. Can you imagine people who are making $17.28 an hour? That's $22,733 as an individual. Do you know more? They'll tell you it's 45% of our workers. No, that's a bold-faced lie. If you go to the withholding tax, it's more like 68% of our workers, but they aren't going to tell you the truth. See, you got to get your numbers, the real employment numbers, from withholding. Everybody has to have withholding. But the point is, $17.20, that's the average that people are making. So putting together combined household income, let's say $45,000, that's nothing. You have nothing left after you pay your taxes, after you pay your overhead. It's devastating what this does to them. That's America. But they don't care about that. Pelosi doesn't care. Do you remember when Pelosi was really tough on China? Remember how tough she was on China? Oh, now her husband has major contracts in China, doing major manufacturing. Oh, she's no more hard on China. Also, I don't want to get off the subject, but remember when, not the speaker, he went against Trump, started to speak against him. The head of the, oh my God, what's his name? Just slipped my mind. Yes, thank you. His wife, the whole family is involved with China. They're Chinese. Mitch McConnell. And he married this woman who whole family is involved with the communists. They got and she and her parents and her family, they have the biggest contracts with China to ship. They own a huge shipping operation. And they just ordered from China, they're building, let's say this, they're making a profit on 45 vessels, each one costing $40 million each. You know who's making that money? He is, and his wife, Mitch McConnell, and his wife, and their family. That's why he's so mad at Trump. Because now he's not the leader. He's making a fortune. But anyways, let me get off of that. So the point is, nobody cares about you. The guy who's making an honest day's pay, trying to get there, you and your wife making let's use $65 less, $65,000, they don't care. And this inflation is going to kill you. They're not done. They're not done yet. So the only place you can make money is in the stock market. Really, honest to God. But you got to know when to get out. Here, I'll give you an example. Boeing. We bought Boeing. My members bought Boeing. It's up 27%. But it's green. It told us when it was red, around $185, it was red. When it was around $190, it was red. When it was around $200, it was red. We finally got in when it was around $208, it turned green. But now, when you look at it, even though it's green, think about it, you put it on our chart, it's going straight up in a straight line. It's called on your line chart. Even though it's green, but it has yet to have any new money come in. See, that's the beautiful thing about our chart. It tells you, is it going up because everybody who's shorting it, are they just buying it back? The big institutions who forced it down, remember, they don't make any money until they cover that. They have to go and buy. So if I shorted it at 300 and it went down to 192, I don't make any money until I buy it back, because I only borrowed it, so I have to buy it back. So this thing went up so fast from 224 to 266. We told our members on Friday, take profits. Don't get out totally, but take profits. Normal guy in the market wouldn't know that, even though it's green. But we're going to stay in it because it has an uptrend. So it has an uptrend. It's green. The only problem is our chart is showing us that most of that rally was based on people who shorted it now buying their position back. That's what shot it up, not new money coming in. And that's the difference. You got to know, when is the new money pushing it up? But you don't know that from your chart. You have no idea. My chart is patent. It tells you when the money's coming in. You can see it. You can see the chart going up. You can see it. It's just a straight line, green going up. I mean, and you can make tremendous amount of money with a market that's rigged, financially engineered. You can. More money than in an honest market. But you just got to know when to get out. So Boeing, now I'm not saying every member made 27% on Boeing. I'm not saying every member made 28% shorting Tesla. What I'm saying is when Boeing turned green and went up, it was a signal to buy, and the opportunity on Boeing was 27%. Some probably got in late, some got maybe a little early, somebody made 10%, maybe somebody made 15%, maybe somebody made 8%. Same thing with Tesla, shorting it. Maybe somebody made the whole 28%. Maybe somebody got in later and made 8%. So it doesn't matter. It's the opportunity. But the key now is you got to know which one is going up, the trend going up, and which one is the trend. If you're starting to buy stocks like Tesla now or Apple where the trend is going down and you're buying on the pullback, you're so screwed and you don't know that. All you hear every day, buy in the back, buy in the dip. But you got to make sure the trend is going up when you're buying, not down. You're killing yourself going into buying a stock. The trend is going down and stock's going up. You're better off going to Vegas. Just go to Vegas, or go down to J.C. Penney and buy a suit off the rack for $300. Put it in front of the store and try to sell for $600. You'll be better off. But nobody knows that. Well, that's why we're here, because this is what we do for you. And all we ask, if you make money, please give to St. Jude. That's all. Give a little money to St. Jude. That's all. Hey, more stocks when we get back, and more about inflation so you don't get hurt. Go to my site, philsgang.com, my YouTube channel. Also, sign up free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
It's a rational bubble. As long as liquidity floods the system, we will decouple from fundamentals. So it will look like it's overheating, but it is rational because so much money is coming in. It continues to come in even as prospects improve.
That's right. And he's right. What he's saying is when you see the stock market going up because they're printing it, they're going to make sure all this money they're borrowing for, it's not for COVID. It's for one thing only, to move the stock market up. This was a godsend for the stock market, for Congress, for Pelosi, her family, all these people making money in the stock market. They don't want this COVID. They're probably, I bet Pelosi has meetings with China, finding out what, hey, can you spread some more of this? They're making a fortune. Everything's disconnected. And that's why he's right. There's no fundamentals anymore. You don't buy a company because of what it does. I could care less what it does. Stocks are going up on some company stocks at $127. The stock's not worth any more than $10. I'm being serious. The key is when you get out of the stock, you got to enjoy. When the Federal Reserve prints money, when they print money with no regard to inflation, they could care less about you. But they're going to make sure they're working together with the fake Business News Network to make sure they instill into you hope, optimism, belief, get you thrilled to go buy more stock on margin. Then you get to the euphoria stage where you think you're a genius. I got in this stock. Look at that. Look, Mom. Look, Mom. Look at. No hands, Mom. My stock went up 25%. I'm a genius. I'm going to buy. Can I borrow some more money from you, Mom, to buy on the dips? Then you reach complacency. The market corrected 10% the other day now. Who cares? That doesn't mean there's a time. Think about this. The NASDAQ that's kept this market alive since 2013 with a handful of stocks that contribute about, 28-30% to the market. to the S&P. Since 2013, they've been driving this market. The same names every day. Everybody gets in the same stocks every day. Oh, but it corrected 10%. That's nothing. That's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm going to buy some more. I'm going to come and buy. You got to know when to get out. The Federal Reserve controls the market, not you and I. No longer is it you and I determine the price. It used to always be that way. But you can make a ton of money. And I shouldn't say that. Nobody should make a ton of money. Nobody makes a ton of money except the big boys. And here's the thing. Every day at 2 o'clock, our members, they don't have to learn a thing. You got 10 days to see if I'm telling the truth or not. At 2 o'clock every day, they select out of my portfolio of 5 stocks plus the spiders, that's 6, and a couple of bonus stocks. Or they can take our working investor group, which is another portfolio, and they can do just those. Just pay attention to those. And every day, Steve, who's the head of our education department, comes in like today. He tells you what to do at Apple. Listen.
Apple continue to hold your short position with the stock.
And then he goes on, and at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he posts that. So let's take a look at Apple. So you go to Apple, and you look at it, and you think, oh, wow. Okay, it's going up. It's, wow, look at this. Apple looks really great here. They told me to buy in a dip. Wait a minute. If you're a day trader, you can buy in a dip. But if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you don't buy these on a dip because the trend is going down. Now, if Apple, on my chart, it's all red. If Apple gets to $127 from $123, and the trend switches to an uptrend and it turns green, now you buy. But here's the problem. If you buy it today at 123.86 because the trend is down, you could wake up to, you could feel like a hero. It could go up to 126. It could go up to 128. And you feel like a genius. But here's what you don't know. Because the trend is down, it could drop all the way, open up one morning, it's down to 114. And you bought it, let's say, at 130. Oh my God! It opened this morning down at 115. I bought it at 130. I thought I was a genius. No, you're no genius. You're not a genius because you didn't join my gang, first of all, because if you joined my gang, you would have learned out of the gate that it's a downtrend. You don't ever buy a stock in a downtrend, especially when it's gotten crushed. So you buy it, it's only on sale when it turns back to an uptrend and it turns green. But nobody's going to tell you that. Because why? Their job is to give you hope and optimism and belief, to get you fully invested, get you to that belief mode. Because what is it? They've got to help. Fake Business News Network has to help Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo. I'm missing one. Bank of America, Citi, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, thank you, and Goldman Sachs, that's right. They have all the pension funds. It's their job to get these pension funds out. They know a crash is coming. You cannot have a market going up where it was 30% of GDP. Now we're 107% of GDP, our debt. You can have debt 107% of GDP. It's going to collapse. And it won't work. Doesn't work. But look, make the money while it's there. It's like a farmer. Your hay is going up. Cut it. You don't care how it got there. Go out and cut it. It's the same thing we're doing. Don't fight the trend. And then all of a sudden, one morning, we're going to wake up. It could be October, most likely, or this July or September. We're going to wake up, and the market will be down 800, 900, 1,200 points. Why? Because this time it's different. This time the market's going up so much, and it's going up with, remember, no reality to it. No reality to it. So the market goes up on a bunch of BS. All stock buybacks. All stock buybacks. And then after stock buybacks, it's going up on where they print money, give it to the banks. The banks and the Federal Reserve will go into the banks rather and buy all their bad debt. Remember, we went from $800 billion to $7 trillion. You know where the market would be right now if they never did that? Are you kidding me? So there's $7 trillion. All that $7 trillion, the market should be collapsing. But to prevent it from collapsing, they print money, the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve goes into the bank, say, give me all your mortgage-backed securities. They go into a corporation that's in trouble. Give me all your, I'll buy all your treasuries. I'll buy your treasuries. I'll buy anything you have, and I'll replace you with cash. Keep going. You got all these zombie companies and zombie banks going, and we keep propping them up and propping them up. And now the stimulus is the most dangerous thing ever, the stimulus, because they're going to keep printing and printing and printing. They don't care. They don't care if all they care is about the market. So please get in the market. Get in. You just got to know when to get out. And I think we're the only ones. And you know in 10 days, because it's free, we're the only ones that guide you to tell you, don't buy on that snapback. Don't buy on a when they tell you buy on the dip, you'll see why not to buy on the dip. It hasn't turned green yet, and you're in a downtrend. But when we tell you to buy on a dip, you're going to be correct. You're going to be right. You're not going to wake up one morning and it's down 20, 30%. But if you buy when the trend is down, and I show this in my chart, I did Friday night on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'm going to do a lot more of that next week. How to buy in these dips next week. But God, people are getting slaughtered. They're going to get slaughtered. And people getting $1,400 checks like this is going to save the world. Let me tell you, do you think giving somebody a $1,400 check is going to change the economy? Are you kidding? Giving someone a $1,400 check is going to change the economy. The economy in the household is long gone by the time they need this. If they have to depend on a $1,400 check, there is no economy. Look, it's all about the 10% of the population. Also, look at the middle class has been destroyed. They've been destroyed. And remember, they used to make $32.62 an hour, $66K a year, individually. Double over 120,000. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. Look, the stock market's a great place if you know what you're doing. Join my gang tonight. Go to where it says Get Started. Go to philsgang.com. Hit where it says Get Started. Okay? You get all the information. Sign up for 10 days. You don't have to, it doesn't cost you a thing. It's free. You get the chart, get all the instructions, you get the membership free. And just use paper money. Do not use real money. At the end of 10 days, you're going to go, boy, this really does work. If it doesn't for you, fine. And please, if you do stay and make money, help St. Jude. See you on the chart. And please listen to my show on YouTube channel.
With your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.